hope you're well. So today I'm going to talk about what planners I will be using for the rest of 2022. First things first, the planner that is staying the same, that I'm not changing, is this. This is my memory planner, and it is an 8x10 focused softbound, and I have really enjoyed this. So this is something that I use alongside of it, this focused soft planner. And this is a soft bound in an A5. It's the same thing, the inside of it's identical, only this one is A5 and this one is 8x10. And what I do is, I use this every day. At the end of the day, I'll write down what I did and journal. And then at the end of the week, I'll get this acrylic stand and set it up like this beside me with all my rough notes. And when I say I do that, I don't make a whole fancy pants thing out of it. You know, it literally is this, really scribbly. And I don't even fully write out my mood. The mood I actually do. I know what the mood is, but I write the journaling piece whenever I go to do this. But anyway, it's just a scribble. This is the 2nd to the 8th of, it was actually May. I had went back and used a week here. As I'm saying, it's just a scribbly planner, don't worry about it. This is what it looked like sitting beside me, and I turned it into this. So as you can see, this is the real one, and this is my planner then that I use like a memory planner and that I keep forever. And I just love every second of it. Now the other 2 years I did were vertical, and this year is horizontal, and it's the focused layout. And I already know that I'm not going to be continuing in this layout for 2023. I want to see what softbounds are released and what way I'm going to go forward. I would actually really love an hourly to be released in this planner, but that's next year. Just talking about this year and what I'm going to use, I have got halfway through the planner and I am going to be using it for the remainder of the year. Right, so that's saying the same for the next 6 months, and then like I said, I'll think about what I'm going to use for 2023 and probably change it up a bit then. But these are my 2022 functional planners, so the planners I use in real time for actual planning as opposed to memory planning, day in, day out, to keep me organised. And that is an A5 Flora Magnolia softbound. As you can see, it is the same horizontal layout as that planner I just showed you, but it's the main Flora design, Erin Condren's rather than focused. And then this is a 7x9 coiled daily that I've been using so far. So what I will do is I will fill in my plans for the week in here. So let's say here. Right, so that's what, the 27th of January. So let's find that week in here. So this was my week. I pre-planned on a Thursday. I sat down and did my real plan on a Friday. And then the morning of the 27th, I looked at this and said, okay, I've updated groceries and I have a PT session at 5 and pre-planning. So then whenever I went in here, as you can see, in at 5 o'clock, I put the PT session. There's pre-planning, there's updating the groceries. And I knew that I was working from home, but as you can see in here, because it's real time, like the actual day of, this is my weekly overview, and this is what was happening that day. I filled in all the things that I actually did, and I actually had work stuff in here too. Now I am changing it, and here is the reason. They released the Erin Condren Compact Vertical, and I had just a real boom, light bulb moment, because even though this was working, there was always something about it, and it was almost a little back to front. What I really should have been doing was using something like this as a to-do, as in this is the planner that I sit and write all my to-dos in as the day comes, and then having a planner like this that has a schedule for the events and the main things like this, But the reason it never occurred to me and I couldn't do it like that is because this is a daily planner and your weekly overview needs to be a weekly planner. So I'm sure you can figure out if you've watched my hauls where I'm going with this. Let me show you what I'm going to use for the second half of the year. These. Okay, so the first one is my weekly overview. Okay, so this one is the 7x9 Harmony Neutral Planner and it has the vegan leather cover. So whenever I pre-plan, I can sit down and open this planner at a week. So say this is September. I have here a whole schedule. So I can say to myself, right, okay, at 12 o'clock on Friday, I have a Tesco delivery and write that in. At 9 o'clock on Wednesday, I need to go to the doctor's. Okay, Saturday is such and such's birthday. I better put that up there or put in here I need to deliver a present. And so I can sit down and schedule my week, start to finish, with all the things that I know that need to happen on that day at a specific time, which is what I was doing in here, only I was trying to do it in a set of a couple of lines as opposed to here. And where I was putting at the side, the YouTube video, you know, the social content for that day, I could use this bottom bar for it, and I have a sidebar for this week. And I can refer to this every morning and sit down then with this planner, and this is the Harmony Neutral A5 Compact Vertical. So if I find the same week, say I'm on that week, I don't have to write in the events here because I have already got them. I can already see the schedule of my day and what needs to happen. But just say I saw that it was somebody's birthday here, I could write in the to-do of going to give them their present and use this as my daily to-do list, because I was finding it really difficult scheduling out my day every morning because I don't know exactly what time I want to do those to-dos, and it was making it a bit difficult to. I needed that daily list of things that were specific to that day that I didn't know maybe at the start of the week, but I didn't need a schedule in order to write them in. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, and I hope that it's coming across, but it just honestly really clicked for me, and I really think this is going to work. So it's the same principle as what I was doing before, as in having that weekly overview of events and things that have to happen, and then your daily list of things you want to do that day. Only instead of trying to fit the schedule into a to-do list horizontal and the to-dos into a schedule daily, it's flipped, and it just makes so much more sense. It really does, and I'm really happy and excited and think this is really going to work for me. And this is the first time I've ever actually used an hourly planner, and it's also the first time I have ever used a compact vertical because it didn't exist before. However, I am a real to-do list style planner, day in, day out, and the idea of being able to just sit with this beside me and write, email this person, do that, do this, do that, do the other thing, and tick them off. And if you don't get it that done that day, move it over. But the advantage of this as well, I do honestly prefer to see my whole week. So even though I'm picking this up every day, like I was in my daily, and focusing on what I need to do that day and putting them in, I can still see my entire week. So if I want to move out a to-do to a specific day, I can do it in advance. If I'm sitting looking at Friday and there's things I needed to do on Monday, I can copy it out. And I just honestly, there's something in my brain that's telling me, you know, that light bulb moment of like, and click, that this is going to work. And I'm really excited to get these set up and to use them. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, and I'll speak to you soon.